Resilience is essential for personal growth. The path isn't always smooth, and setbacks are inevitable. What matters is how you respond. Resilience allows you to bounce back, adapt, and keep moving forward. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it and using it as fuel for future success. Gratitude can amplify your growth journey. Appreciate the progress you've made, the opportunities you've been given, and the lessons you've learned. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a positive mindset that fosters growth. It also enhances your relationships and overall well-being. Personal growth requires a long-term commitment. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Stay patient and persistent, knowing that meaningful change takes time. Trust the process and remain dedicated to your goals, even when progress feels slow. The small, consistent actions you take today will lead to significant transformation over time. Number 6, invest time in learning new skills. In today's fast-paced world, the ability to learn new skills is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. Whether you're trying to climb the corporate ladder, build your own business, or simply improve your personal life, acquiring new skills can give you the edge you need. The world is constantly evolving, and those who remain stagnant will inevitably fall behind. But how do you truly invest in learning new skills? How do you make time for it? And how do you ensure the skills you learn have a lasting impact? This is the challenge that everyone who strives for growth must face and conquer. First, acknowledge that learning is a lifelong process. The notion that one can simply learn it all and stop is a dangerous myth. There's always something new to learn, whether it's a technology, a technique, or a mindset. Learning doesn't stop at a certain age or stage of your career. Instead, it should be embraced as a continual journey. The more skills you acquire, the more adaptable and resilient you become in facing life's challenges. You'll be better equipped to seize opportunities, navigate obstacles, and stay ahead of the competition. The next step is to identify what skills are worth investing in. It's easy to get overwhelmed with the vast number of skills available for learning, but not all skills are created equal. You need to focus on those that align with your long-term goals and current needs. What skills will move you closer to your personal or professional goals? If you're looking to start your own business, for example, learning financial literacy, marketing, and communication skills will serve you better than learning a random new language. Prioritize the skills that will create the most value for you. Once you've identified the right skills, make learning them a habit. Learning should be a consistent part of your daily routine. The key to mastering any skill is repetition and practice. Whether it's coding, writing, speaking, or anything else, consistency is the secret ingredient that leads to success. Set aside time each day to work on your skills. It doesn't have to be hours on end. 20 minutes a day spent practicing is more effective than an hour once a week. Small, consistent efforts lead to big results over time. It's also crucial to recognize the power of focused, deliberate practice. Simply going through the motions isn't enough. You need to engage deeply with the material and push yourself to improve. Focus on areas where you're weakest, as this is where the most growth occurs. Whether you're learning a new language or practicing public speaking, focus your energy on overcoming the hardest challenges. The more you push yourself, the faster you'll learn and the more rewarding it will be. To keep your progress on track, set clear, achievable milestones. Goals keep you focused and give you something to strive for. They provide a sense of accomplishment when achieved and keep you motivated to continue learning. For instance, if you're learning a new software program, set a goal to become proficient in it within 2 months. Break your learning down into smaller tasks, such as mastering one feature per week, so you can track your progress and stay motivated. Learning new skills is not just about the technical aspects. It also requires the right mindset. Adopting a growth mindset is essential for success in skill acquisition. A growth mindset is the belief that intelligence and abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. When you approach learning with this mindset, you're more likely to embrace challenges, learn from feedback, and persist in the face of setbacks. On the other hand, a fixed mindset believing that you're either good at something or you're not limits your potential. So cultivate the belief that with effort and practice, you can develop any skill. You also need to be strategic about how you learn. It's not just about gathering information. It's about engaging with it in a meaningful way. Instead of passively consuming content, actively interact with the material. Take notes, summarize key points, and test yourself regularly. Active learning is far more effective than passive learning. Whether you're reading a book, watching an online course, or attending a workshop, be engaged in the process. This helps you retain the information and ensures that you can apply it in real-world situations. As you dive deeper into learning, don't forget to seek out mentorship and feedback. Mentors are invaluable because they've already walked the path you're on. They can offer insights, advice, and perspectives that can save you time and effort. Feedback is equally important. It can highlight areas where you need to improve and encourage you to keep going when progress seems slow. Don't hesitate to ask for feedback and be open to it. Remember, growth comes from the willingness to learn from your mistakes. Learning new skills also means learning from your failures. Don't be discouraged by setbacks. Instead, use them as opportunities to grow. Every failure is a lesson in what doesn't work, and it brings you one step closer to figuring out what does. Being willing to fail and learn from those failures is essential to mastering any skill. Treat failure as part of the process, not as the end of the road. To speed up your learning process, surround yourself with a community of learners, whether it's an online forum, a mastermind group, or a local study group. Being around like-minded individuals who are also committed to growth can be incredibly motivating. These communities provide opportunities to share ideas, solve problems together, and hold each other accountable. They can also expose you to new techniques, resources, and perspectives that you might not have come across on your own. Use technology to your advantage. In today's digital age, learning opportunities are abundant. Online platforms, mobile apps, and digital resources have made learning more accessible than ever before. Take advantage of these tools to learn on the go. Whether it's listening to podcasts while commuting or taking an online course during your lunch break, you can always find ways to fit learning into your day. The key is to make use of every available opportunity. Make learning fun. If you enjoy the process, you're more likely to stick with it. Find ways to make your learning activities engaging, whether it's through gamifying your learning experience, setting up rewards for achieving milestones, or simply incorporating variety into your learning methods. The more enjoyable the process is, the more you'll want to continue. Investing time in learning new skills is one of the most valuable commitments you can make to yourself. It opens doors to new opportunities, increases your value in the marketplace, and allows you to stay relevant in an ever-changing world. Whether you're learning for career advancement, personal enrichment, or problem solving, the time and energy you put into skill acquisition will pay off in ways you can't yet imagine. Keep pushing yourself, stay committed, and watch as you unlock your true potential. Number 7, stay consistent every single day. Success is not a one-time event. It's not about a single burst of effort or a moment of brilliance. Success is built on daily consistency. The secret to achieving anything you want in life, whether it's career success, personal growth, or physical transformation, is showing up every day. It's about putting in the work when you don't feel like it, sticking to your routine when motivation fades, and continuing to push forward even when the results aren't immediate. Consistency is the real game changer. It's the difference between dreams that remain wishes and dreams that become reality. To stay consistent, the first thing you need to do is recognize that consistency doesn't mean perfection. You're not going to get everything right every single day, and that's okay. The key is to stay committed to your goals no matter what. Perfection is an illusion, and the pursuit of it can often lead to burnout or discouragement. Instead, focus on showing up every day, regardless of how well things go. It's the small, consistent actions that compound over time to create massive results. A single workout doesn't make you fit, but 30 days of consistent effort will. Start by creating daily habits that align with your goals. Every successful person has a routine they follow. Whether it's a morning ritual to set the tone for the day or a specific time for learning and self-improvement, these habits are what keep you on track. The trick is to make them so ingrained in your daily life that they become second nature. You don't have to think about it, you just do it. It's the habit of consistency that drives you, not the fleeting spark of motivation. Your schedule should reflect the things that matter most to you. If you want to succeed in your career, dedicate time each day to improving your skills, learning, and networking. If you're focused on health, carve out time for exercise and meal planning. Consistency doesn't require you to do everything all at once. It's about regularly showing up for the things that contribute to your long-term success. By focusing on the essential actions and integrating them into your daily routine, Consistency becomes the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. But there's another crucial part of staying consistent. Developing the mindset of someone who never gives up. The road to success is long, and there will be days when you feel like giving up, when the results aren't showing up fast enough, or when obstacles seem insurmountable. It's easy to get discouraged. It's in these moments that your consistency is truly tested. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who give up after facing difficulty. They're the ones who keep going, even when it feels like they're not making progress. The key is to not let the small setbacks derail your long-term vision. Focus on the bigger picture, and remember that even the smallest steps forward count. It's also important to track your progress. When you're working toward a big goal, it's easy to get lost in the daily grind and forget how far you've come. Tracking your progress helps you stay motivated and gives you a tangible sense of achievement. Whether you keep a journal, use an app, or simply make a checklist, measuring your progress can be a powerful motivator. It allows you to celebrate small wins along the way and reinforces the idea that your consistent effort is making a difference. Staying consistent requires a level of discipline, and discipline is built over time. You're not born with discipline. You create it through consistent effort. It's like a muscle. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes. In the beginning, staying consistent can be challenging. You might face resistance, and it may feel like you're forcing yourself to stick to your routine. But as you continue, it gets easier. Over time, the actions that once felt like a chore become habits that you look forward to. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do something you hate. It's about creating a structure that moves you toward your goals, no matter how you feel in the moment. Sometimes you'll face distractions that threaten to throw you off course. Life happens. Work might get overwhelming. You might have a family emergency, or you may simply feel burnt out. In these moments, it's easy to let your consistency slip. However, the key to staying consistent is learning how to adapt when life throws you off track. Adjust your schedule when necessary, but don't abandon it entirely. Even when life gets busy, find ways to continue your daily habits. It might be a shorter workout, a quick learning session, or just a moment to reflect on your goals. The goal is to maintain momentum, even if it's in small ways. Having accountability is another powerful tool for consistency. When you tell someone about your goals or progress, it adds a layer of responsibility. You're not just working for yourself, you're working for someone else as well. This can push you to stay on track, especially during tough days. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or even a public commitment, accountability keeps you honest and motivates you to keep going. It's much harder to let go of your commitments when you know others are expecting you to follow through. There's a psychological trick that can help you stay consistent. The 2-minute rule. The idea is simple. If you're struggling to stay consistent with a habit, reduce it to something so small, it feels easy to start. For example, if you can't find the motivation to work out for an hour, commit to just 2 minutes. This removes the resistance and helps you get started. Once you begin, it's often easier to continue, and you might find that you end up doing more than you initially planned. The trick is to lower the barrier to starting, and once you've started, momentum takes over. Rest and recovery also play a role in staying consistent. Consistency doesn't mean pushing yourself to the limit every day without giving yourself time to recharge. Burnout is real, and you need to take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally to maintain long-term consistency. Schedule regular breaks, make time for hobbies and relaxation, and prioritize sleep. A rested mind and body are more capable of maintaining consistency than a tired, overworked one. Consistency doesn't just apply to personal goals. It's just as important in relationships, work, and even hobbies. Showing up for the people who matter in your life, even when things get hectic, builds trust and deepens bonds. Consistency in your work ensures that you're always improving and delivering value. Consistency in hobbies allows you to get better and more fulfilled. Number 8, eliminate distractions completely. In a world overflowing with distractions, it's easy to lose focus and allow your goals to slip out of reach. Your attention is constantly pulled in 1,000 directions: social media, notifications, endless tabs on your computer, the constant hum of your environment. Distractions are the silent killers of productivity and success. They break your focus, waste your time, and prevent you from achieving your goals. If you want to maximize your potential and make progress every day, you need to eliminate distractions completely. There's no room for them in the life of someone who is serious about success. The first step in eliminating distractions is recognizing them for what they are. Distractions can come in many forms, but at their core, They are anything that takes your focus away from what truly matters. They can be external, like loud noises, constant notifications, or people interrupting your workflow. Or they can be internal, like your own wandering thoughts, feelings of boredom, or the temptation to procrastinate. Distractions come in all shapes and sizes, and they all have one thing in common. They prevent you from focusing on your goals and achieving your vision. To eliminate distractions, you need to first take control of your environment. Your physical surroundings have a massive impact on your ability to focus. If you're working in a cluttered or noisy space, it's nearly impossible to stay focused on the task at hand. Start by decluttering your workspace. Remove anything that isn't essential for what you're working on. If your phone is nearby, turn it off or put it in another room. If there are people around who might interrupt you, let them know that you need to focus and ask for their support in creating a quiet, distraction-free environment. It's not about being rigid or antisocial. It's about creating a space where you can concentrate on what matters most. Next, take a hard look at your digital distractions. Our phones are constantly vying for our attention, with endless notifications from social media, emails, and messages. This constant barrage of information is designed to keep you hooked, but it also keeps you from focusing on your work. One of the best ways to eliminate distractions is to put your phone on airplane mode or turn off notifications during work hours. Schedule specific times throughout the day to check your phone and stick to that schedule. This way, you're not constantly interrupted by a ping or a vibration. You're in control of your time, not your phone. Social media is another huge distraction that eats away at your time. It's easy to get sucked into scrolling through your feed, watching videos, or reading comments. Before you know it, hours have passed, and you've accomplished nothing. To eliminate this distraction, consider using website blockers or apps that limit your access to social media during specific hours. Set boundaries for yourself. No checking social media in the middle of your workday, and no browsing while you're trying to focus on a task. If you must check social media, set a timer for yourself and stick to it. This creates structure and ensures that you're not mindlessly scrolling for hours on end. Another form of distraction comes from multitasking. People often believe that they can juggle multiple tasks at once and still be productive. But the truth is, multitasking is a productivity killer. When you try to do too many things at once, your brain is constantly switching gears, and this switching costs you time and energy. Instead, focus on one task at a time. Give it your full attention, complete it, and then move on to the next task. By focusing on a single task, you increase your efficiency and the quality of your work. Setting boundaries with the people around you is also crucial for eliminating distractions. If you're working from home, for example, it's important to establish clear communication with your family or housemates about your need for uninterrupted work time. Let them know when you're in work mode and ask for their support in minimizing distractions. The same goes for coworkers if you're working in an office. Establish boundaries that allow you to focus on your tasks and avoid being interrupted unless it's absolutely necessary. Respecting your time and space is a key part of eliminating distractions and staying productive. Mental distractions can be just as harmful as physical ones. These distractions come from your own mind worrying about future tasks, thinking about something that happened earlier in the day, or getting distracted by negative thoughts. When your mind isn't fully present in the task at hand, you're not giving it your best effort. To eliminate mental distractions, practice mindfulness and grounding techniques. Take a few moments to center yourself before you begin working. Clear your mind and focus on the task at hand. If your thoughts wander, gently bring them back to the present moment. Over time, you'll get better at staying focused and letting go of distracting thoughts. Another powerful way to eliminate distractions is to implement the concept of deep work. Deep work is a state of focus, where you work on a single task for an extended period without distractions. It's the opposite of shallow work, which involves jumping from task to task, responding to emails, and constantly switching between projects. Deep work requires discipline, but it's the key to producing high-quality, impactful results. Schedule dedicated blocks of time for deep work each day, where you focus solely on one project or task. During this time, eliminate all distractions. Turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs, and create an environment that encourages focus. By committing to deep work, you'll accomplish far more in less time. One often overlooked distraction is the internal voice of doubt or fear. When you're working on a challenging task or pushing toward a big goal, it's common to hear a voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough. or that you'll never succeed. These negative thoughts can be incredibly distracting and self-sabotaging. To eliminate this distraction, practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that it's normal to struggle and that failure is part of the journey. Replace negative thoughts with empowering affirmations. Train your mind to focus on what you can do rather than what you can't. By quieting that inner critic, you'll find it easier to concentrate on your work. Eliminating distractions is a constant practice. It's not something you do once and forget about. It's an ongoing process that requires constant attention. But the more you focus on eliminating distractions, the more productive you'll become. You'll be able to work more efficiently, accomplish more in less time, and make greater progress toward your goals. Distractions are the enemy of success. But with the right strategies in place, you can take control of your environment, your time, and your focus. The result? A life of productivity, success, and fulfillment. Number 9, embrace challenges as opportunities to grow. Life is full of challenges. Every day presents new obstacles, roadblocks, and difficult situations that can easily make you feel overwhelmed, discouraged, or even defeated. But here's the truth. Those challenges are not your enemies. They are opportunities in disguise. The way you choose to respond to difficulties will determine whether you sink or swim. It's not about avoiding challenges or wishing they didn't exist. It's about embracing them as the powerful tools they are to help you grow. Challenges push you to step outside of your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen when you're sitting in your safe zone, avoiding risk and discomfort. Real growth happens when you're forced to face adversity head-on, when you have to dig deeper, work harder, and push yourself further than you thought possible. It's in those moments of struggle that you discover what you're truly capable of. Every challenge presents an opportunity for you to stretch your limits, test your resilience, and become stronger. When you face a challenge, your initial reaction may be fear, anxiety, or resistance. This is natural. No one enjoys feeling uncomfortable or uncertain, but instead of allowing those feelings to control you, learn to use them as fuel. Fear and discomfort are often signs that you're on the edge of something important. Instead of backing down, lean into that fear. Accept it as part of the process and remind yourself that discomfort is a sign of growth. When you embrace these feelings, you'll find yourself gaining confidence with each new challenge you conquer. Think about the most successful people you know or admire. Their success didn't come from avoiding challenges. It came from learning how to navigate them, adapt, and grow. They took risks, failed, and tried again, but they never gave up. Challenges for them were never setbacks. They were stepping stones. Every failure was a lesson, and every obstacle was an opportunity to build resilience, problem-solving skills, and determination. They saw their struggles not as barriers, but as the very thing that shaped their success. To embrace challenges fully, you must reframe the way you view them. Instead of seeing a challenge as something negative or insurmountable, see it as an invitation to grow. A challenge is simply an opportunity in the form of a problem that you need to solve. It's a test of your ability to adapt, learn, and overcome. When you change your perspective, the challenge no longer feels like an enemy. It becomes a powerful tool that helps you evolve. One of the key ways to embrace challenges is to maintain a positive mindset. The way you think about a challenge will influence how you approach it. If you see it as something to fear or avoid, your actions will reflect that. You'll procrastinate, resist, or even quit before you've truly given it a chance. But if you choose to see the challenge as an opportunity for growth, you'll approach it with a sense of curiosity and determination. You'll ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become better? When you ask the right questions, you unlock the potential of every challenge. Another crucial aspect of embracing challenges is accepting failure as part of the process. Failure isn't something to be ashamed of. It's something to learn from. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insight into what doesn't work. You refine your strategies, adjust your approach, and improve your skills. Without failure, there is no progress. If you never fail, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Don't fear failure. Embrace it. Each failure brings you one step closer to success. Resilience is another key factor when it comes to embracing challenges. Life isn't always going to go according to plan, and not every challenge will be easy to overcome. But resilience is what allows you to bounce back, no matter how many times you fall. It's the ability to keep going when things get tough. to keep moving forward even when the road is uncertain. Resilience is built through experience. The more challenges you face, the more resilient you become. And the stronger your resilience, the more capable you are of handling even bigger challenges in the future. When faced with a challenge, don't be afraid to ask for help. You don't have to go through it alone. Reaching out to others for guidance, support, or perspective is a sign of strength, not weakness. Sometimes you may not have all the answers, and that's okay. Seeking help from others can provide new insights and solutions that you may not have considered on your own. Whether it's a mentor, friend, or expert in the field, don't hesitate to lean on others when needed. To embrace challenges fully, it's essential to cultivate a mindset of continuous improvement. Challenges give you the chance to assess where you are, evaluate what you've learned, and identify areas for growth. Instead of feeling defeated by difficulties, see them as opportunities to sharpen your skills, develop new strengths, and enhance your knowledge. The more you embrace the process of learning from challenges, the more capable you become of tackling future obstacles. Don't be afraid of discomfort. Growth requires it. It's easy to get comfortable with what you know, to stay within the boundaries of your current skills and experience. But growth happens when you push those boundaries. When you challenge yourself to do something new, something difficult, you expand your capabilities. You discover new strengths, new talents, and new potential you didn't know you had. Every challenge is an opportunity to break through limitations and become a stronger version of yourself. Look at challenges as tests that help you refine your character. Every time you push through difficulty, you build patience, perseverance, and mental toughness. These are the qualities that will carry you through life, no matter what you face. Life isn't about avoiding struggles. It's about how you handle them. Do you give up when things get hard? Or do you stand firm, find solutions, and keep going? The choice is yours. But one path leads to growth, while the other leads to stagnation. Remember that embracing challenges doesn't mean you have to have all the answers from the start. The process of overcoming challenges often involves trial and error. It's about taking one step at a time, adjusting your approach as needed, and trusting that the journey will lead you to success. It's okay to not know everything. What matters is that you keep moving forward. With each challenge you face, you gain more experience and become better prepared for the next one. By embracing challenges, you open yourself up to endless possibilities for growth. Challenges are the crucible in which your skills, mindset, and character are forged. Instead of fearing them, welcome them as opportunities to grow, learn, and become the best version of yourself. Life isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about learning how to rise to meet them and come out stronger on the other side. Every challenge is a step toward greatness. So take it head on, embrace it, and use it to fuel your growth. Number 10, stay focused on long-term success. In a world filled with distractions, instant gratification, and a constant demand for quick results, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. People often want success now, and that desire can drive them to take shortcuts or give up when things get hard. But the reality is that long-term success isn't about taking the easy route or expecting quick wins. It's about staying focused on your ultimate goals and being willing to do the work, day in and day out, to achieve them. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. The most successful people didn't get there by accident or by rushing the process. They built their success over time, consistently working toward their goals, even when the results weren't immediately visible. They understood that achieving great things takes time, patience, and perseverance. They knew that every day of hard work and effort added up to something bigger in the future. To stay focused on long-term success, you first need to clearly define what success looks like to you. What are your long-term goals? What kind of life do you want to create for yourself? What do you want to achieve in your career, relationships, and personal growth? Once you have a clear vision of your end goals, it becomes much easier to stay focused on the journey. Without a destination in mind, it's easy to lose direction and get distracted by short-term desires or immediate rewards. It's important to understand that long-term success doesn't happen overnight. You won't wake up one day and have everything you've ever wanted just handed to you. It takes time, effort, and consistency. It's about putting in the work, even when the results aren't immediately visible. The key is to stay committed to the process, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Often, the most important work is the work that happens behind the scenes. In those quiet moments when no one is watching, you must be willing to delay gratification. Instant results can feel rewarding, but they're often fleeting. True success comes from doing the hard work now, knowing that it will pay off in the future. Instead of seeking shortcuts or quick wins, focus on building a strong foundation that will support your long-term growth. Every decision you make today should be aligned with your future success, even if that means sacrificing temporary pleasure or convenience. Staying focused on the long-term vision means resisting the urge to take the easy way out. Maintaining focus on long-term success requires discipline. It's easy to get distracted by the noise around you, whether it's the pressure to keep up with others, the desire for validation, or the lure of quick rewards. But if you want to achieve lasting success, you need to block out those distractions and stay committed to your vision. Discipline isn't about being rigid or inflexible. It's about staying true to your values, sticking to your plan, and doing the necessary work, even when it's difficult or uncomfortable. Consistency is a cornerstone of long-term success. You don't need to make huge dramatic changes every day. What matters is consistently showing up and putting in the work. Little by little, those small efforts compound over time and lead to big results. The difference between success and failure often comes down to whether or not you keep going when things get tough. People who achieve long-term success aren't the ones who never face challenges. They're the ones who don't quit when they do. It's also important to remember that setbacks are part of the journey. If you're focused on long-term success, you need to expect challenges and failures along the way. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned, but the key is to view setbacks as learning experiences rather than obstacles. Every failure is an opportunity to grow and improve. The most successful people are often the ones who have failed the most, because they've learned the most from their failures. You also need to practice patience. Success doesn't happen in a hurry, and there will be times when you feel frustrated with your progress. But if you can stay patient and trust the process, you will eventually see the results of your hard work. Patience doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means staying focused on the long-term vision and trusting that your efforts will pay off in time. Patience is about understanding that success is a journey, not a destination, and being willing to take the necessary steps, even if it takes longer than you'd like. Staying focused on long-term success also requires regular reflection. Take time to evaluate your progress and assess whether you're on track to achieve your goals. Are you making the right choices? Are you staying committed to your vision? If not, make adjustments. Regular reflection allows you to course correct and stay aligned with your long-term goals. It helps you stay accountable and ensures that you don't get sidetracked by temporary distractions or setbacks. It's also essential to surround yourself with people who share your vision or who support your long-term goals. Having a strong support system is crucial to staying focused and motivated. The people you spend time with can either lift you up or pull you down. Seek out those who encourage you, challenge you, and help you stay focused on the bigger picture. Avoid those who are constantly seeking instant gratification or who discourage you from pursuing your long-term goals. One of the most powerful tools for staying focused on long-term success is creating a daily routine. A routine helps you stay on track and ensures that you're consistently working toward your goals. It's easy to get distracted or off course without structure, so having a daily routine can keep you grounded and focused. Your routine should include time for work, rest, and personal development. A balanced routine ensures that you're making steady progress in all areas of your life, not just the areas that are most urgent. Another important aspect of staying focused on long-term success is to take care of your health. If you're physically and mentally drained, it will be much harder to stay focused on your goals. Prioritize exercise, nutrition, sleep, and mental health. When you're healthy, you have the energy and clarity of mind to stay focused and do the work necessary to achieve long-term success. Your health is your foundation. Without it, everything else will crumble. Staying focused on long-term success means saying no to distractions. There will always be opportunities to do other things, but not every opportunity is aligned with your goals. You'll need to be selective with how you spend your time and energy. Say no to things that don't serve your long-term vision, even if they seem appealing in the moment. This requires discipline and the ability to prioritize what truly matters. As you continue on your journey toward long-term success, keep reminding yourself why you started. Revisit your vision regularly and use it as motivation to keep going. Your vision is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even on the tough days. The road to long-term success may not always be easy, but by staying focused, disciplined, and committed to your goals, you will eventually achieve what you've set out to do. Long-term success is about staying the course, even when things get tough. It's about putting in the hard work, maintaining patience, and being willing to make sacrifices for the future. If you keep your focus on the bigger picture and stay consistent in your efforts, success will come. Don't get distracted by short-term rewards or immediate gratification. Stay focused on the long-term journey, and the results will follow.
Don't forget to subscribe for daily motivational content.